We've had 16,000 people vote early. Already, 18,725 people have voted by mail.
Katie Lenhart, Flagler County's Supervisor of Elections, is hoping a significant number of people come out to cast their ballot on Election Day tomorrow.
So our total turnout right now is 37%, and I was hoping to 65% turnout, which means we are going to need a lot more people voting on Election Day.
How the vote breaks down by party.
Democrats right now, 10,862 have voted. Republicans, just over 18,000. No party affiliation voters, just over 6,000.
Lenhart adds voter turnout in Flagler County is higher than surrounding counties, at least at this point.
It is down statewide and nationally in this election for whatever reason. Maybe people are just waiting until Election Day. We'll find out. So just want to encourage everybody, please do vote. Don't allow anyone else to make those decisions for you. This election is very important, so encourage your friends and neighbors and everybody in your family to get out there and vote in this election.
Keep track of voter turnout yourself at flaglerelections.gov. This local news is a service of Flagler County's Toyota dealer, Beaver Toyota, US 1 St. Augustine, here to wow you.
A Mondex man is arrested Friday on child porn charges, acting on a tip from the International Crimes Against Children tip line. Flagler County Sheriff Rick Staley says deputies served a search warrant on Joseph Blackwell's home in the Daytona North section.
After the electronics were seized, detectives discovered emails where he was trying to trade and obtain a child for sexual gratification. He is now residing in the Green Roof Inn under $1 million bond, which is exactly where this disgusting pervert needs to remain. I want to thank the judge for giving him such a high bond that hopefully he'll never get released from jail where he could attempt to hurt a child.
The 30-year-old Blackwell was charged with 20 counts of promoting the sexual performance of a child and 1 count of trying to purchase a child for sex. From the WNZF Newsroom, I'm Amy Cherry.
With third-grade reading scores in Flagler County continuing to drop, a University of Florida professor says changes are needed in how reading is taught.
Dr. Holly Lane says one issue is that teacher resources haven't kept up with learning research.
Publishers have put out materials and professional development for teachers that really doesn't align very well with the science of reading. So they'll put together things that are somehow more entertaining for teachers, but not necessarily as effective for kids. So we are really refocusing our efforts to get teachers prepared and teachers who have been out in the field the tools that they need to teach reading more effectively.
That goes back to fundamentals.
Some of the key factors there include elements such as the foundational skills, teaching kids how to attend to sounds in words and how to connect sounds with letters. That sounds so basic, but there's actually quite a bit of science behind what needs to go on to teach kids how to read words. And that science is what has really largely been ignored.
Lane says more work is needed to develop an effective depth of knowledge throughout the field of education. For Flagler's Morning News, I'm Rich Petchke.
Mental health help is available for Floridians impacted by Hurricane Ian.
Recently, Governor Ron DeSantis and First Lady Casey DeSantis announced additional mental health initiatives that are available for Floridians impacted by Hurricane Ian through the Florida Department of Children and Families and Florida Department of Health. Available now, DCF has launched the Family Support Line, which connects individuals and families who were impacted by Hurricane Ian with peers who were impacted and have recovered from Hurricane Michael. And there's another tool, according to Jaffe Lee, Public Information Officer, Preparedness Planner for the Florida Department of Health in Flagler County.
Another benefit is for a person who needs counseling now, they can use a voucher with the code Hurricane Ian, and they can receive for 3 months free counseling. And I actually went through the process myself just to see how easy it is. Took 10 minutes to set up.
Lee adds BetterHelp is the largest online therapy platform that matches licensed certified therapists with people who seek help and support. For Flagler's Morning News, I'm Karen Johnson.
Veterans Day is coming up on Friday.
But before that, Flagler County Veteran Service Officer David Leiden said in a recent episode of the Flagler Voice that some don't have to retire from the military as others might. Leiden said that as a reservist, he has to retire at 60 years old. He did say that while there are some exceptions, they are rare. Leiden said that one of those is that if a soldier has enough active duty time in, he or she can collect retirement at 50 years old. The Flagler Voice is on WNZF on Saturday mornings at 8:30, anytime on the Flagler radio app. Tomorrow, after 38 years, Dave Leiden still loves what he does. From the WNZF Newsroom, I'm Deb Albertson.
And now you're up to date on Flagler's Morning News. I'm Rich Carroll.